That's right.
Hey love bugs, welcome to yet another fabulous episode of season 4. So today I want to talk a little bit about how bullying and cyberbullying is the lack of loving yourself. I want to say that, and I want to say that firmly because it's very disturbing to me when I'm watching, and what sparked this topic was I was on Facebook and I seen this 13-year-old African American girl who this other Caucasian girl was in the park, and because she looked like the Issa, is it, from the princess, the Snow Queen, looked more like the Snow Queen than her, she literally drug her by her hair and beat the crap out of her. This is happening in our society way too often. And I just wanted to touch base to say that if you are a bully, this episode is geared towards you. And I'll be right back. Hi world, it's me, Lorraine.
The queen of laughter, the queen of giving, the queen of believing, the queen of talk. The queen of laughter, the queen of giving, the queen of believing, the queen of talk. The queen of laughter, the queen of giving, the queen of believing, the queen of talk.
Like me on Facebook at www.facebook.com/The Lorraine Show. Welcome back. Again, we're talking about the bully. And generally I talk about how it's, I touched several times on girl fights and, police brutality. So now I want to touch a lot on the bully. And my show this season's all about love. And I just want to say that for my experience, because I was bullied as a child, and when I say I was bullied because I didn't follow anyone. I wasn't, the head of the basketball team or the head of the cheerleader team for that matter. But they just expected me to fit in, and I was just unique. I was just me. I was different. And what I'm seeing a lot online is that our teenage youth are taking it out of proportion because of the access to social media and seeing all of the dumb stuff that teenagers do online by, jumping girls, the girl fighting, the bullying, I've seen, and there was an academic going around Facebook where girls, honey, they were fighting, and then the next thing you know, you look over and they were getting ran over by cars. Like, come on, people. Like, this is 2015, girl. Like, I get it and I understand it, but what's really disturbing to me is that our youth are using that as an example, and that is far from the example. And I want to say that a bully is somebody who doesn't love themselves. Because if you loved yourself enough, you wouldn't have to treat somebody less than that you think a certain type of way. You wouldn't have to try to steal somebody's lunch money. Get a job. You won't have to try to, slice up your friend or your girlfriend's friend or whatever because she's got pretty eyes. Get contacts. There's so many different things that you can do to enhance the love for yourself so you don't have to worry about bullying other people. So again, I'm going to call on my trusty co-host, Siri, honey, and we're going to find out the statistics of how many kids actually commit suicide due to the fact of being bullied by another individual. Siri, how many teenagers commit suicide a year due to bullying?
Okay, give me a moment. Here's what I found on the web for how many teenagers commit suicide a year due to bullying.
Love my girl, she's always giving me the facts, honey. And there's a slew of stuff that's coming up. I want to know the statistics in suicide for teen kids for bullying.
If you are thinking about suicide, you may want to speak with someone at the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. They're at 1-800-273-8255. Shall I call them for you?
No, thank you, Siri. You get what my girl's saying, honey. She's saying, call somebody if you want to commit suicide. Bully suicide statistics. Yes, girl. That's what I was asking you. How hard was that? I want to just read some statistics on what it is that is going on in society and how many kids committed suicide because they were bullied. Let's see if we have any facts here, honey. The Urban Institute study of bullying showed 17% of students reportedly being victims of cyber bullying, 41% victims of physical bullying, and 15% experience different kinds. According to studies by Zingwick, Drake's doing suicide study now, girls got that bad, girl. Anywho, that they experience psychological bullying as 45% males physically bullying. So let's think of that. And then reportedly accident. Ooh, girl, this is fierce. So the voice educator says among 15 to 24-year-olds in the third leading cause. Do you hear me? The third leading cause of suicide is because of bullying. So let me help me understand what this accomplished, okay? So I'm walking down the street. For some reason you feel that you need to take something of mine. Let's just say this fabulous jacket that I'm wearing. So you find it necessary that you want it. So you think you're going to bully me for it, okay? Right? So mind you, I am 16. I'm about 135 pounds, and that's soaking wet with long black hair. My dream. Anywho, and you're 5'11", 210 pounds, and you want this jacket, and I'm walking in the park. So you're gonna beat me up to take a jacket that what? Ain't gonna fit you, girl. So you're gonna do bodily harm to me, which could be one bad decision away from you being the rest of your life in prison, because wrong hit, I can die. You can hit me in the wrong spot and I could be dead. And you, my friend, will be spending the rest of your life in jail for what? A jacket that's not even going to fit you? That is what I'm trying to bring awareness to, folks. What's mine is mine, what yours is yours. If you would want my jacket, all you would have to do is ask me for it. I may say, girl, it's not going to fit you. But ask me for it. It's mine. It's my person. It belongs to me. And I'm using that as an analogy because a lot of students do that over sneakers, over phones, over jackets, over book bags. They are out there getting jumped and bullied. Hell, I seen a kid get beat up because he had straight A's in school. Like, where do they do that at? So children, ask your mom for a jacket if you need a jacket. And if your mom can't provide, there's help out there. There's shelters that donate stuff. There's Toys for Tots for Christmas. Ask for a jacket. Stop bullying the other kid. It's not fair to them. And what the result is, what they're doing is they're doing this. They don't know how to handle it, so they're taking their own lives. So because what you wanted or because what you felt was funny, somebody like that next kid that committed suicide is suffering. Because you're teasing him, you're bullying him, you're hurting him, you're emotionally bullying him. So he goes and jumps off a bridge. Is that going to be on your conscience for the rest of your life? It happens so often, guys. Stop the bullying. Love yourself. There's help. Just like there's help for suicide prevention, there is help for people like you. It's called anger management. It's called church. Turn to God if you can't turn to nobody else. He will help you get through all of your all your insecurities, because that's all it is when you're bullying, is you're being insecure. You're being insecure of how you look. You're insecure of how you feel. You're insecure about how you was brought up. You're insecure because you're getting an F on your quiz. That's nobody's problem but yours, my darling, and only you can fix it. You don't no need to sit here and pick on Miss Asia over here, and I'm not saying that to be racist, because a lot of the Asian kids in America do get bullied because they're smart. That's because they're taught well at home. It starts at home. Parents, own up to your responsibility. If your kids is a bully, it's probably because either A, you are a bully, or you're not owning up to your parent responsibility to tell them, no, that's not how you handle things in life. Us as parents, and I say us because I am a parent, we need to own up to the responsibility for what our children do. Then you want to sit here and cry when your child is getting arrested. And then you never know with the way that's going on in today's society, they may be like Sandra Ballin and never come out. You heard Cookie and Empire. If I end up dead, I didn't commit suicide. That's real. It happens, people, and it could happen to your children because you're not educating them to stop the bullying. Don't be a bully. Be a leader. Follow what it is that you want to do in life. Stop taking everybody else's style, swag. Because when you bully somebody for their sneakers, you stealing their swag because you ain't got swag. When you taking my jacket, it's because my swag is better than your swag. So what I'm saying, folks, get your swag, get your life, stop bullying. Life is way too short. We are all human. Fighting is totally unacceptable. There is nothing in this world that can lead you to want to throw a blow, honey. If Jesus Christ himself can get stoned and slashed and crucified and not raise a hand, honey, you can turn your other cheek. It's not that bad, folks. I know it's not as hard. I mean, it's easier. How does the saying go? It's harder than it's said, or easier than said. I don't know. How's the saying go?
Easier said than done.
Easier said than done. But it needs to start from somewhere, and it needs to start from an example, and the example starts from home. You can't blame your teachers. You can't blame your kids' friends. You need to blame you as a parent. Because let me tell you something. If my son's out there ripping people's sneakers and shit, I'm taking a twig. Like they used to do back in the day, a twig. And I'm twigging his ass on fire. Because at the end of the day, we're parents. We need to guide them in life. They only learn from what they see. And they're only influenced by what's put out. Say goodnight, because this is a little subject that ruffles my feathers. Because I just feel that violence is not the way. And there's way too many worldly issues that we're dealing with on a day-to-day basis to have to worry about our kids going to school and having to be bullied. And I know quite a few of my friends when I was growing up, including myself, that were bullied. And it was completely a horrifying experience. So what I was saying, yeah, let's own up to our own responsibility. I have had multiple suicidal thoughts because of not only being not comfortable with being a person, a gay person, growing up in the inner city, which wasn't cool in the 80s and 90s, matter of fact. I was bullied because I hung with girls and I didn't play football and all the other stuff. Good thing that I took it to him. I took it to Jesus. I took it to God to get me through. And a lot of kids these days, because of the lack of parenting, don't even know what Jesus is or who Jesus is. And that's sad, because with Jesus, all is possible. So I'm going to go ahead and close this, and I'm going to say a prayer for all of y'all. And please forgive me if you're not religious and you don't believe in Jesus and you don't believe in God. I'm sure you believe in some God, because some higher authority got you here, honey. Whether you're Buddhist or whether you're Jehovah's Witness or whether you're Muslim or whatever your religion is, there is a higher God, and my higher God happens to be Jesus. So if you can all please bow your head with me, I would appreciate it. Dear Jesus, I want to please ask you for your mercy and for you to please touch and shine your light on those that are insecure and those that parents are showing them the lack of love and guidance. And please protect the innocent out there from bullies, Jesus Christ. Father, you asked if we ask, we shall receive. So I'm asking you, Lord, on the behalf of me and every other person who's been bullied, to please watch over us continuously and allow those kids that are being bullied and suffering from, verbal, cyber, physical bullies, that they do not take their own life, Lord Jesus. There is so much more for them to do on this earth than to be bullied and to be forced to take their lives and not fulfill what can possibly be an excellent destiny for them, oh Jesus. Oh Father, I ask that you please again reach out to the parents of the bullies and ask them to please teach their children right from wrong, guide them to be a productive citizen. And I just want to say, Jesus, I thank you for allowing me to get this far in my life and not commit suicide, from giving me the strength to deal with the bully and to deal with day-to-day society. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Goodbye.